Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time, and we're back at it with another NFL Power Rankings. Oh, and did you watch last night? We had some hockey. Season started last night, had a couple games last night. Very excited. Should have the first Power Rankings for the NHL coming out this weekend, so please do watch for that. As we said, back into the NFL, we have number 10, and just holding off the Kansas City Chiefs for that 10th spot, we got the Denver Broncos, who definitely um, we're lucky that Mahomes was looking bad and that they couldn't get that win against Buffalo because the Denver Broncos did lose their first game this week, and it was to the Steelers, which really they probably shouldn't have lost that game. The Steelers are really not playing very good football this year either, so I mean the Steelers will take that win as well, but we'll see. They got the Raiders coming up next, and they really need that win to kind of keep in the top 10, or they're going to drop right back down to where everyone thought they were at the beginning of the season. We'll see if Teddy Bridgewater can put them on their back there. Number 9, we have the Los Angeles Rams. And after losing to the Cardinals, they kind of didn't look that good against the Seattle Seahawks. Even after Russell Wilson injured his finger, they let Geno Smith pull a 98-yard drive, capping off with a touchdown against them. That's not kind of the defense you expect from the Rams when a backup QB just comes in and rips you up like that. So, is it cause for concern? We will see. They do have another big, kind of easier opponent this week against the New York Giants, so we'll see how they do. We need to see a bit of a dominant performance over them. Otherwise, they're probably going to keep dropping. They looked so good 2 weeks ago, eh? Number 8, the Cleveland Browns, and they lost a nail biter to the Chargers. Then that one, I mean, honestly, there was the penalty at the end there. This game could have gone either way. It was definitely a shootout against one of the best teams in the league. So I mean, it's pretty. That's a pretty good sign. Mayfield looked a lot better this game, and he is kind of the variable on this team. They have great D, they have great running backs. So if the QB can get in the zone and Mayfield can start slinging some darts, then I think we're gonna see. And they really have a huge test this week as they go up against the only other undefeated team in the league, or the only undefeated team in the league, the Arizona Cardinals. Number 7, and continuing to rise after that just disaster they had in Week 1 against the New Orleans Saints, we have the Green Bay Packers, and yeah, I have to say, Rodgers is looking good. He's starting to really play some good football, and the whole team is. I'm really hoping that Jair Alexander's injury isn't too serious, and he's not going to be out too long. I like him. He's a big part of that offense. We'll see. They're looking to keep it rolling. They have a really good chance against the Chicago Bears, so it's a very winnable game for them, and they should continue to rise up the power rankings and build some confidence. Number 6, we have the Baltimore Ravens, and wow, Lamar Jackson. This guy is a beast. I've said it in a couple of the videos before, if he could just get his passing game together, he'd be one of the most lethal quarterbacks in the league, and wow, he has it. He has his passing game going. He has more passing/rushing yards than 18 other NFL teams, just himself. So absolutely crazy. His passing game is really looking good now. His rushing game is always scary. The guy is just impossible to know where he's going to go. And we're going to have probably the game of the week, as they're going to go against the Los Angeles Chargers this week. And honestly, this is one you're going to want to watch. And in number 5, speaking of those Chargers, here they are in 5th place. They're looking sharp. Justin Herbert is just playing lights out football. They had a dominant win over the Raiders last week, and then they survived a shootout against the Browns this week. Just playing some good football against some really good teams. Again, this game against the Ravens, must-watch football. I think it's going to be one of the best games of the week, so we'll see. Number 4, and continuing to move up and surprise people, I think, we have the Dallas Cowboys. They are looking good. The only blemish is that loss in Week 1 against the Bucks, and I think we're looking at a bona fide contender here. Dak Prescott is playing some awesome football. I think I've said that 3 weeks in a row now, and it's just, he's getting better and better. He's just smoking, and his running backs are starting to pick up the game. Ezekiel Jackson and Elliott. They're really starting to play good, and they should have another battle as they take on the Eagles as they take on the Patriots this week. That's another easy win for them, I think. We'll see. Maybe this Patriots surprise everyone. But number 3, we have the Bucks, and they moved back up a spot. Wow, Tom Brady, eh? Every time you think that guy he had a bit of a tougher game in Foxborough in the rain there. He definitely didn't play his football, and then he comes back the next week and throws for 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. I mean, geez, the guy's insane. He's absolutely unloaded on the Dolphins. That was just crazy. They should have another win this week as they battle the Eagles on Thursday night. That's the Eagles where they slipped in when I was talking about the Cowboys earlier. And number 2, and I think most people have this team as number 1 on their power rankings, but they just haven't done quite enough yet because they have a loss, and that is the Buffalo Bills. They dropped a 40 burger on the Titans there, 40-0 in fact, which was an insane game. And then they continued some very impressive play as they convincingly beat the Chiefs, which is, I thought that game would have been a little closer and that Mahomes would have been a little bit more in it, but maybe the Chiefs play as of late is a bit of the suspect here, but I'm going to have to give all credit to the Bills and say they're playing some dominant football right now. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see how they stop dominating this week as they go against the lowly Tennessee Titans. So I'm thinking they're going to have another big victory this week. And the only way I think that they're going to get the number 1 spot, though, is if the Arizona Cardinals lose this week. And as I say, they do go against the Browns, and this is going to be a real sign that the Cardinals are for real, and they do deserve the number 1 spot if they can beat the Browns. Because the Browns, as I said, have been playing some darn good football, playing some tough teams. So this is no change for them, another tough team. But the Cardinals have had, some people would argue some of the not the greatest opponents. Like the 49ers this week, where they probably should have won them, but I think this was their worst game, and when you play your worst game, you still come away with victory. That's a sign, whereas every other team in the league's had their bad game, but it ended in an L. So that's where we're going to go, the Cardinals in number 1 this week. We'll see how that changes next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, share this thing around, and as always, have a great one. We'll see you guys in the next episode.